We have the Carolina Panthers taking on the Atlanta Falcons at Atlanta. This is your prediction and preview video for 2023 Week 1. Hit subscribe if you're new. Also hit that like button. Let's start with the home team. Get straight into this thing. Keys of victory for the Atlanta Falcons. Run the football as much as possible with Bijan Robinson, Tyler Algier, and Cordell Patterson. The interesting thing with both of these teams, last season they did split. The first game, they lost. The Carolina Panthers lost to the Atlanta Falcons. It was a Hail Mary throw late in the game. P.J. Walker found DJ Moore in the middle of the field. He takes his helmet off. He gets a penalty. The kicker misses the field goal. They go to overtime. The Falcons go on. They kick the field goal. They win. The second game, they made Marcus Mariota look like a JV quarterback on Thursday night, and the Carolina Panthers took away that W, and they ran the football effectively. I do think this game will also be close. The Falcons have some big names on their roster offensively. When you talk about the brand new rookie Bijan Robinson, you talk about Tyler Algier from last year, and you have some good defensive players as well. Want to start off with this offense. I already said they need to run the football a lot, and that's what Arthur Smith is going to want to do. Desmond Ridder has to come out and prove that he's a better passer than Marcus Mariota. Expect a lot of play action coming from this team. The Panthers have to be on the lookout for that, and they also have to be on the lookout for Cordell Patterson in their special teams. Cordell Patterson can return a kick like it's no tomorrow, whether it's a kick return or a punt return. So the Panthers special teams have to hold it down. And Cordell Patterson doesn't have to go on and get a 56-yard kick return. He can go on and get a big game and can put this team in good situations where they can kick a field goal and get short field. They have to keep that in mind as well. Desmond Ridder in the offense has to take care of the football, and expect a lot of run plays coming from Bijan Robinson. I expect for Cordell Patterson to be more of a wide receiver with this team. Last season, he fit into that role of being a wide receiver / a running back. Expect him to slide back to being that pure wide receiver that he was a couple seasons ago with this team. Also, look at guys like Drake London, who Desmond Ridder has a good rapport with. Get him going early and get this tight end of a beast that you have, Kyle Pitts, unlock him and get him going as well. This Atlanta Falcons offense has all the potential to blow this game wide open. Now, the Falcons defense, it's a bit of a question mark, because their defensive line last season, they struggled to get sacks. But you got some guys like Caden Ellis, who had 7 sacks last season. Grady Jarrett is a very good defensive tackle. He's going to cause some problems for the Carolina Panthers. But this defense has to harass the rookie quarterback, whether it's them blitzing him a lot, getting after him, and trying to stop the run and put a lot of pressure on that offense as a whole, because it's not a healthy offensive line. We're going to get to that in just a second when I talk about the Carolina Panthers. So the Falcons have all the pieces to come out and win this football game. And you also will have the debut of brand new veterans with this team in Calais Campbell, who's going to help stop the run. I don't know how much pass rush he can give you this late in his career, but it's going to be an excellent run stopper for this team. And you also have another guy in Jesse Bates that you signed in free agency at that safety position, one of the best safeties in football. He's going to make a difference. And AJ Terrell is also a difference maker as well at the cornerback position. Be on lookout for Bud Dupree. I know Bud Dupree struggled since he left the Pittsburgh Steelers, but he's a guy that can come in and stop the run and can get some pressure off the edge as well. Now look at this Panthers team. Their key to victory is this: keep Bryce Young upright. This offensive line has struggled a lot in the preseason. Now, I do think as the season progresses, their offensive line will get better. The biggest thing with the Panthers, they're missing one of the best offensive linemen in Austin Corbett. So Cade Mays is going to have to step up against Grady Jarrett. Grady Jarrett will cause a lot of problems with this team if they cannot keep him in check, because if you can't have this offensive line go out there and be aggressive, they can't protect Bryce Young, that means you can't get the run game going. If you can't get the run game going, this team isn't going to go for play action. So we'll alter their entire game plan. I expect for the Panthers to come out and do a lot of quick game, throw the ball short, and field things out for Bryce Young and get him integrated to the regular season of the NFL. Get Adam Thielen going early. Adam Thielen may not be the fastest wide receiver in the world, but you don't have to be fast to be a good wide receiver. He is still a good route runner, and he can get some plays against some players in this secondary. But they have to run the football and integrate that into their system. And Miles Sanders is on pace to play this game. You're missing Austin Corbett for the first 4 games of the season, so you're going to have to get guys out there to help add in protection for Bryce Young. So look for these running backs to come in and be some of those guys that can help block and make plays for Bryce Young. And Bryce Young is good against evading pressure, but you don't want your rookie quarterback first game into the NFL dealing with a whole bunch of pressure early and often. Another thing for the Panthers as well, see what these other wide receivers are like with Jonathan Mingo and also DJ Chark. I expect for the Panthers to come out and try to be aggressive. They've been aggressive for the entire preseason. That's something that Arthur Smith wants this team to be up front, and the defensive coordinator wants them to be up front as well, to be more aggressive. They have to be careful. If you are the Atlanta Falcons, you do not want to press DJ Chark and let him beat you, because he's one of those wide receivers that had over 500 yards last season. But he can easily take one of those plays and take it to the house. He's that explosive, and the same with Jonathan Mingo, who is very physical and very explosive as well. And also look out for Hayden Hurst in the red zone as well, to be used with this Panthers team. So besides the offensive line being a question mark with health, they have a lot of pieces to also win this game. Now, the defense for the Panthers, those guys are solid. And I do want to talk about this before I get to the defense as well. You have the chemistry with the Falcons. They have the same head coach they've had for the last couple of years. You're bringing in a brand new defensive coordinator. But the Panthers got a whole brand new coaching staff. It's like facing a brand new team. I know they have some of the same players on this team, but without DJ Moore, a lot of names are the same. And bringing in Bryce Young, so you're basically having a brand new team with a brand new coaching staff and a brand new system. So look out for that as well. Now, this defense, this is where things get good for the Panthers. Derek Brown has caused Chris Lindstrom a lot of trouble in these last couple of games against the Falcons. They have to find a way to stop him. He may have not gotten on the stat sheet with a bunch of sacks, but that guy can stop the run. He can definitely walk Bijan Robinson and Tyler Algier back, and it will open up lanes for Brian Burns, one of the best premier pass rushers on this team, if not the best pass rusher on this team. Had 12.5 sacks last season, and you have to be on the lookout for him because he can take over a game quick as a hiccup. You also have some other playmakers on this team as well. Frankie Louvu is a very good pass rusher, and he can also walk some running backs back as well. He's a guy that's an amazing run stopper and can get some pressure off the edge. You have Justin Houston as well, who had 9.5 sacks last season. He's a good veteran guy that's going to come off the edge and also try to go after and get Desmond Ridder as well. Because even though Desmond Ridder did start the last 4 games of last season, he is still new to the NFL, similar to Bryce Young. This is Bryce Young's first NFL game. If you could put a lot of pressure on Desmond Ridder and get him uncomfortable, you can be very successful at stopping that offense. You just have to watch out for all those key weapons that they do have. And you have a veteran secondary. The corners are healthy with this team. I like Dante Jackson. He's a beast. J.C. Horn is a very good corner on this team, one of the young best corners in the NFL. Xavier Woods is a good veteran safety to have, and so is Von Bell. So you're having that veteran-heavy secondary that shouldn't fall for all those play actions that the Falcons want to do, and they should be very disciplined. They should not be getting a lot of penalties out here similar to other teams. And another guy on this team that they have at their safety position that is very good is Jeremy Chin. He could play all over that defensive room. You have to be careful. He could play sideline. He could play sideline to sideline. So you have to be extremely careful with how you want to go up against Jeremy Chin, because they can fool you into certain situations to where you think it's man and it's a zone, and Desmond Ridder will throw an interception. And you have to be careful with this Panthers team. They've done it to teams in the past, and when they went on that hot streak on the back half of last season, that's what they did. I do think that the Panthers always come out and struggle, and that's been a thing for the last couple of years. The Panthers are a team that gets a slow start for the last couple of years. I understand it was Matt Rule, Baker Mayfield, Sam Darnold, those guys. But Frank Reich's implementing a new system, and their offensive line is not fully healthy. I do think this game will be close. With that being said, I am going to take the Atlanta Falcons to win this game 20-17. They are playing in Atlanta. I think that they're going to have to go a long ways for both of these teams to try to go out and blow out each other. They're going to play each other close. They're very used to each other at this point. The biggest key to victory for both of these teams is time possession, who can take care of the football, and who can protect their quarterback the best. Let me know in the comment section below, who do you have winning this game, the Atlanta Falcons or the Carolina Panthers? If you're new to the channel, hit the subscribe button. If you like the video, hit the like button. Most importantly, want each and every last one, guys, stay safe, stay positive. Thanks for watching the video, guys. Peace.